What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another post-match fan interview with David Harris, the ever-incredible David Harris. Spurs have beaten MK Dons 3-1 in what was quite an exciting but comfortable victory at the end of the day. It was quite end-to-end entertaining stuff, but goals from Son, Ali and Lucas gave us victory. David, did you enjoy that game? It was actually quite a nice one, wasn't it?
I have to say, I actually really did enjoy it. It was good to see us look after the ball, be on the front foot for a lot of the game as well. I know MK Dons had a few breakaways and stuff like that. But all in all, I have to say I was very impressed with our midfield display and going forward. We look creative, which is something we might not have seen over the past. And some of these players look hungry, Sim. So what more can you ask for?
Yeah, definitely. I think the front four, Lucas, Bergwijn, Dele and Son, they were all linking up very, very well together. And we were opening up MK Dons at will with our fast, aggressive attacks. And it seems that that aggression that we had under Michel Pochettino in terms of pressing those defenders in the final third, looking to nick the ball off them, it definitely seemed there was elements of that in this display. And hopefully we can take that into the Premier League. But it was encouraging at least.
No, look, it's great to see us press again. And look, Lucas even got his reward from it at the end when he got his goal. He pressed, he intercepted the pass and ran on and finished it. So, look, it's something we've been seeing over the last few friendlies that we have even. Look, the last couple of friendlies, you couldn't really take much from the second half because we were practically playing our under-23s. But you could take stuff from the first half when we were pressing and we were trying to press high. And today was the exact same thing. And we've done it for 60, 70 minutes, which was absolutely beautiful thing to see. And I'm absolutely delighted to see us pressing on the front foot again. But the likes of Skip in midfield really, really aids that Sim. Because when we have the ball, the guy is very good. He plays like what Michael Carrick used to do for Tottenham. Pick up the ball, play it side to side, keep rotating possession. But when he does do that, it's progressive passing by Ollie Skip. He's playing lovely little lofted balls over a player to the fullback, or it's always progressive with Skip, and I really like that. But he really helps when we don't have the ball and we are pressing, because he's getting right up there from the middle. He's getting right up behind him and has the unique ability to be able to get stuck in without really committing a foul and taking the ball off them. And it's been very impressive. I have to say, Skip today, I was very impressed, and he really did help the press, because when you do get your front three to press, I mean, like at times we did try it last season, but our midfielders were sitting so deep that they weren't getting up. So it was easy just to pass it into the middle and take control from there. So with the likes of Skip getting up there, I have to say, Dele Alli's work rate today was absolutely fantastic. With him getting stuck in there and pressing, it really does help. And it's great to see the whole team press as a unit.
But when you come on to Dele Alli, obviously, when I see him put in displays like he put in today, it gets me excited. It gets me believing that he could get back to his best. And we get displays like today remind everyone how good he can be, even though it's only a friendly and whatnot. But is it a case for Dele where are you thinking this season Nuno could really get into his head and get him back to his best and playing his best football, or are you more thinking, we've seen this before from Dele. Last pre-season, everyone was getting excited about Dele, saying he's going to have a big season, and then ultimately fell flat. So where are you at with Dele Alli at the moment?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure where I sit with this. Look, I do think he's going to be given this season. I really do think he will be given another year, but I'm not sure whether he is going to sit in, play. I obviously, look, to start the Premier League, he is going to play because, we have some of the players coming back late, so they might not be ready for City. But I don't know, because if Ndombele can get fit, he could play there. Lo Celso could also play there. It suit him playing on the left-hand side of a tree. So it's interesting times. Look, Dele knows he wants to try and cement a position in the squad, especially with the World Cup coming up down the corner. He has to play this season if he wants to try and get into that squad. So, look, it's all up to him. Look, the first two games, I wasn't really impressed with Dele Alli. But today, I have to say, was a remarkable improvement. His work rate off the ball, tracking back down that left-hand side the whole time, absolutely brilliant. But going forward, some of his passing for Son's runs in behind are absolutely beautiful. And it's Dele of old. My one criticism from Dele Alli would be if you could do it on a more consistent basis. There tonight, he gave away a couple of sloppy passes and stuff like that. And that's what ultimately found him out the team under Jose Mourinho, because he was doing that. And so, look, that's maybe a part of the game he needs to work on. But it's a big season for him. It'd be interesting to see if he does come in, because we do have Lo Celso and we do have Ndombele. And look, we know Højbjerg's going to play. I do think Skip's going to play. So it'll be very interesting. And just on one thing with Ollie Skip, If we do have him playing that deeper role, like we have today, where he's picking up the ball and he's keeping possession and stuff like that, that means we can play a Højbjerg to the right of him in a more advanced role, like Denmark did at the Euros, and allow him to get further forward, press high up the field, turn the ball higher up the field, which means he's going to be crucial to the press as well. So realistic for me, I think there's probably only one spot up for grabs in that midfield, and at the minute, I would say it's Dele Alli's position.
Interesting. And also Lucas Moura today had a fantastic game. He's turned into a bit of a creator. I know he scored a goal, but how many times are we seeing Lucas Moura at the moment putting unbelievable pinpoint through balls to players running onto it and creating opportunities? Do you reckon Nuno, having worked with players, for example, like Adama Traore, who's very similar profile to Lucas Moura in terms of, great dribbling ability, but frustrating in the final third. Do you think maybe he's under the right manager to really get the best out of him and get him being effective in the final third?
I really hope so, I really do hope so. And I do think so, because we have to get someone to replace Gareth Bale's goals and assists last season. We have to. He was the third highest scorer for Tottenham, or third highest output going forward. So for me, I do think Lucas Moura can definitely fill that void. Look, he's one that he's been hard done by. Pochettino didn't start him in the Champions League final when he got the start. I think he should have played. He was taken off in the League Cup final when he was our best player. So it's up to him to shine this season. And so far in pre-season, he's been absolutely brilliant. One thing I've noticed with Lucas Moura is he doesn't actually really play out on the right-hand side. That's his position on the team sheet. But he comes into the middle a lot, picks up the ball a lot in the middle, which is crucial. Like, if you look at the goal against against Colchester and Leyton Orient, it was on him kind of just cutting in off the right-hand side, being in that position and just playing that first-time ball through. We got 2 balls off the back of that, and he was very similar today. That ball he played through for Sonny was kind of, he cut inside, played that ball for Sonny. Sonny squared it for Dele Alli's goal. The pass he played for Sonny's goal, beautiful. And then, his goal at the end. So he has a big part to play. I really do think so. And we need him. We need him because we need someone to fill that output that Gareth Bale had at Tottenham. And for me, like, what I notice is that Lucas Moura kind of comes inside, which means we're expecting a lot more out of a right full to kind of occupy that right-hand side and create the overlaps and stuff like that. So, I'm very happy with Lucas, and I think he has a massive part to play this season.
And obviously Son, off the back of his new contract, got another goal. He's been playing up top the past few friendlies. I mean, it's not a new position for him, but are you thinking maybe that we're planning to have maybe the early part of the season without Harry Kane, and that's why we're putting Son up top to kind of give him those minutes to get used to that position again?
Yeah, well, look, I think all the rumours are that Kane definitely won't be playing against City. It's probably be too early for him. And look, he probably does need about 3-4 weeks, maybe of doing a bit of running and stuff, because you can't throw Harry Kane too early because of his ankles and stuff like that. He needs to be fit coming into the season. So look, for me, I think he's definitely planning for the early part of the season. I have to say, though, Son's looking very, very sharp. The runs he's making are absolutely brilliant. He makes a lot of the run at the same time, where he kind of makes a bit of a vertical run and then makes that run in behind. So it gives that, it stops him from going offside, which is absolutely brilliant. And he's getting involved in the play as well. And he's looking sharp. I have to say, him and Lucas are looking very sharp this pre-season. So with Sonny, look, he definitely can build a fight. But when Kane comes back, he'll be going on the left-hand side. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Bergwijn, who I actually thought was good today. But again, same old story, no end product.
Yeah, I agree with that. He was actually looking sharper than I've ever seen him, Bergwijn, in terms of his ability to beat players and stuff. But his shooting boots weren't on. But he did find a number of times, actually, some really nice crosses into Son, who maybe could have done better if I remember in my head. But just looking back overall, the Tottenham, the picture at the moment with Nuno, are you encouraged so far what you've seen from him in the friendlies, and are you getting a bit excited potentially what he could bring to Tottenham and going into next season?
No, look, I'm very excited for this season. I really am. I want to spread a bit of positivity around the place. I think we've had too much negativity for the last while. Look, for me, I'm very positive going in, but we can't expect him to work wonders with the defence. We have to get defenders in. We have to help them out in that department. But going forward, I'm really looking forward to it, because with Nuno, I truly believe in the bigger games you're going to see us play the 3 centre-backs with 2 wing-backs. But against the likes of the smaller teams and teams we should be winning, we will be, and I think a lot of the season we probably will be playing 4 at the back. So we have that fluidity. He's going to be doing that in the training, with them in training as well, which means we can also adapt to that throughout games, which will be handy. So no, look, I'm very positive going forward. He has Lucas Moura playing that little role, like I was saying, kind of cutting in off the right, picking up the ball, winning us free kicks and stuff like that. So if we can get the ball to him and he can keep doing that, that alleviates pressure, so much of the pressure we were under last season, and gets us higher up the field. So no, look, I'm very excited, and I'd be very excited to see what you can do with Ndombele. The fitness coach is very, very highly rated around the world. So if they can get him going and get him balling as well, I'm very confident. Look, last season, I think we were probably a defender or two off actually making top 4. So for me, if we can sort that out, I'm very encouraged going into the season. And I'm looking back at Nuno's track record. He's actually very good in the cups. He has good cup runs with his teams. With Rio Ave, he made the 2 Portuguese cup finals. With Wolves, he brought them far in the Europa League. So he does have history in good cup runs, and we know at Tottenham we're a good. We used to be a very good cup team. No, it'll be very, very exciting. We have the Conference League, the League Cup, the FA Cup to have a stab at and get top 4. So it'll be very, very interesting this season, I think.
All right. Yeah, I completely agree. I think at the moment, the way I'm like the way Nuno's going about things. I completely appreciate his work at the moment. The only thing for me is just that, first of all, we signed him a month too late. So it's just like we're playing catch up at the moment. That's the big problem. And then you think, what are our targets next season? If it is top 4, Chelsea, United, City or Liverpool, who's dropping out? I can't see any of them dropping out at the moment. They've all got head starts and transfers. You think Liverpool?
I think so. If they don't sign anybody, like I know they got
Konate. They got Konate from Leipzig. They got Konate, the centre back from Leipzig. So that's
but you know, with Salah as well, you know, I think for me, I think I have the feeling he doesn't really want to be at Madrid as well. You know, and they have a long history of injuries at Liverpool as well. So if they get another injury crisis, we can definitely sneak that top 4 100%. And plus, Nuno at Wolves took a lot of points off the bigger teams, so he has to know how to do it. It's just whether our players have the grit and the desire to do what needs to be done.
It's a very good point. His record against the bigger teams for Wolves was very, very good. So maybe he can bring that to Spurs, and maybe we can have maybe we can surprise some people next season. That's what I'm hoping for. But David, always a pleasure having you on and talking to you. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the Irish Hotspur. Come on, what are you doing already? Go subscribe. Really appreciate you coming on, David. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.